Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're looking at another LEGO City 2022 set. This is the Horse Transporter, set number 60327. It is a 5+ set with 196 pieces. This set was purchased here in Canada where it retails for $39.99 Canadian. This set is a slight remake of the 2009 four-wheel drive with horse trailer, set number 7635. I did do a review of that one as well, so feel free to check it out. This set features a SUV, a horse trailer, a horse, a husky dog mold, a container for storage, as well as 2 minifigures and a saddle. We will start the review by looking at each of the builds, followed by the figures, and conclude with the box and my final thoughts. The first build we'll look at is the SUV. Compared to the 2009 model, which was built primarily in a black coloring with red and light bluish gray for accent colors. This one is built primarily in a medium azure color with dark blue and dark bluish gray for its accent colors. The overall design of this one is much simpler than that of the 2009 one and goes together quite quickly, though this one is a 5+ set, whereas the 2009 one was a 7+ set. The windows for this one are featured in a trans black color instead of trans clear. It does also use the larger tires used on most big city vehicles since the mid-2010s. Like its 2009 counterpart though, the roof can be taken off to allow access to the interior. There is seating for both figures inside, though there is no actual chairs for them to sit on. They are just forced to sit on the ground. The 2009 one did have chairs inside. Like the 2009 counterpart, the steering wheel is featured in a red coloring. There isn't as much space interior-wise compared to its the previous version with a lot more compact interior, but it works for what it's worth. Again, it is a 5+ set, so it is a little more basic. The back of the SUV is quite blocky, but it works for what it's worth. It does have the hitch there to hook up to the trailer. And there's the other side of the SUV. There's the top. And now, while the 2009 one did draw a lot of inspiration from a Chevy Suburban at the time, this one is more based around a Jeep styling with the grille, the very recognizable grille design common on the Jeep vehicles. The bumper is a lot smaller than that of the 2009 one, which I actually have right next to me here. As you can see here, it is a lot more shrunken down compared to the old one. And yeah, that's it for the SUV. I do like the overall design of it. I do think it could have been a little more, had a little more to it, and been a little bit bigger. But overall, that's it for the SUV. Next, we'll have a look at the horse trailer. The second primary build for the set is the horse trailer. Like the 2009 one, it uses the color scheme of red, white, and black, with white being the primary color and red and black being accents. This version is slightly bigger than that of the old one, with it being 4 studs longer as well as a little bit taller. The height being increased for the newer style SUV. This one does feature a storage compartment at the front, which is why it is longer. This allows for the placement of this container, which has a carrot and a brush in it. I do think a second carrot would have been quite neat to have, but I do have the tractor from last year, so I can use one from that. And it fits in there like so. The sides do feature the sticker like the old one. This time it's more of a comic styling than the older one's more realistic styling, but it looks cool either way. The back can be opened up like the old set, which allows for the placement of the horse on the inside. This version is tiled to allow an easier access for the horse. The old version did have studs on the inside instead. The gate in the back can be closed up like so. You can actually see on this version, you can see the horse's head through the storage unit on the front, which allows him to eat the carrots in the box. I do like the overall design of this version, as it is a nice upgrade of the original. I do also like the use of the classic colors from the old version. The one thing I do wish is that I do wish they did these wheels a little bit differently. As compared to the original one, they do stick out quite a bit. Which kind of, I can see why they chose to do it, as it makes the model a lot more stable, no pun intended. But I do like the original ones, the way the original one was a lot more, because it looks a little more realistic. But yeah, that's it for the horse trailer. Next, we'll talk about the fence, and then the figures, and the box, and my final thoughts. The final build out of all of them is the smallest build. It is a jumping fence for the horse. These bars can be easily removed, as they're not placed placed into anything. They are built using the candlesticks in both vibrant red, I'm assuming, and white, or vibrant coral and vibrant white. This is a fairly simple build overall. I do like the simplicity of it, as it doesn't use a whole lot of parts. I think this is where most of the extra pieces for the set went, but that's it for the fence. Let's have a look at the figures. There is 2 minifigures included in the set, and neither one of them have an alternate expression, and neither have names. I believe this is one of the few sets for this wave that does not have named characters, as a majority of these sets for the 2022 wave do have the named figures. Both torsos on these sets, I believe, are not new. I could be wrong on the one on the left, though. The one on the right was introduced in the New Year's sets either last year or the year before. The Chinese New Year sets, that is. The facial expression on the figure on the left, I believe, is new for 2022, while the one on the right has been used in several city sets since 2008 or 2009. As somebody who's collected cities since 2009, I have probably hundreds of that facial expression, as I've got lots and lots of the city sets from the 2009 to 2014 era, the most prominent time when it was that it was used. I do like these simple designs for the torsos, as that they aren't overcomplicated. The previous version did have the same kind of idea, with both torsos being pretty simple. The SUV driver on the right does have an alternate hairpiece, though, with a helmet being included for him to ride the horse. It is the black construction worker hat, which I believe has not been featured in that color since 2009's set. I could be wrong on that as well. And yeah, that's it for the minifigures for this set. Next, we'll have a look at the animals, and then the box, and my final thoughts. For its animal assortment, this set contains 2 animal molds, a horse and a husky dog. Now, I do have the 2015 City Square set that had a husky dog from the 2014 Arctic Wave, or that was introduced in the 2014 Arctic Wave. And actually, the printing on the original husky from that wave was actually different on this one. So I'm not sure if this one is a brand new print styling for this set, or if it's just due to the factory, but it is a cool looking mold. The horse mold does have a brick spot in the back to place this 1x2 brick with a tile on it. This can be taken out to put in a saddle. The saddle that goes in is quite tight, and it fits in there quite snug, which does make it quite difficult to get out. The horse is posable, like all Lego horses, with a joint in the back of the mold and one in the head to allow both to be posed. There's also storage on both sides of the saddle for accessories. And yeah, that's it for the 2 animal molds. Next, we'll have a look at the box and my final thoughts. The box art for this set is the typical $40 Canadian box size. It features the image of the set on the front with the information on the left-hand side. I do like how reminiscent this is of the original 2009 4-wheel drive with horse trailer set. It adds a nice nostalgic feel to it. The top of the box does feature the figures and the animals on display, with the actual size icon up in the top right hand corner. The back of the box features some more snapshots of the set. These are also very reminiscent of the 2009 one. I do like the nostalgic feel that this box gives towards those who have, or to those who were collecting at the time of the original, like myself. And yeah, that's it for the box art for the horse transporter. Next, we'll talk about my final thoughts. Overall, I'd say this is a okay successor to that of the original set, though I do think this one does have a lot worse value, being almost $14 more for practically the exact same amount of stuff. I do think a third figure or perhaps a second part of the fence build could have been added to make up that value. The updated design of the SUV is nice, though I do still prefer the more realistic approach used in the 2009 model. I do like the added storage compartment on the horse trailer, as it does add a lot of play value to this set. The brick-built fence is also nice, as it compared to the original single piece that was used, as it adds a lot more realism to the overall model. And overall, that's it for my review of the Lego City Horse Transporter set. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you in the next video.